is Nicole, and I wanted to do a brief overview of Canva.com for you. So Canva.com can obviously be found online at Canva.com, and you are seeing my free account. There are options to pay for certain accounts, which I don't have a review for because I've never used it, but I'm sure they've got some good options. So this is the home screen. There are a variety of different places that you can search for a different content that you would want to create. You can type it in right here. You've got these hot buttons right here. If there's one that jumps out, you've got these right here. You can scroll through. And also, we could click on templates right here, or go through these drop downs with these templates right here. So, let's see. I think the screen is pretty self-explanatory. I think I'm just going to give you a short tour of what the back end looks like for the design itself. I will show you this one right here so you can see a little bit of what it might look like to create a project. Maybe. Okay. So oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I actually created a few Facebook posts, and I just changed the image. So you can kind of see how most of it is the same except the image themselves. Which maybe we'll go over this one. So I started with a template that looked like this, and then I edited it to look like this. So I just made this bigger, and I think I just changed the colors. And then I added a couple other elements here, and then I found an image myself. I use Upsplash.com, which are totally free images. And what I would say is if you have an image that you want to use yourself, even though Canva has plenty that you could choose yourself, you'd go ahead and drag it in here, and then it would go ahead and upload to this screen right here. So you can see that there's a variety of images here. These are the ones that I used for this project. So super easy. You just go ahead and take this and you click and drag, and it will drop to where you want it to go on your screen. This may or may not show you. You can see the image itself is larger than the space provided, which it doesn't really show you. Normally it would show you, and I could click and drag and show you which part is going to be visible. So that's a nice feature. Also, these were kind of built into the template, but I changed a couple things. I added a couple elements, which, let's see, we can go ahead and look at some of those right here under this Elements tab. You know what you're looking for particularly, you can search here. In fact, I've used social media buttons, and I've typed them in and found them. There's these hot buttons up here, or you can kind of just scroll through and pick and choose. If you click on one, it'll automatically show up here on your screen, like so. Also, I'll point that out later. So another thing, you can animate if you need to or want to. I don't have anything on mine to animate. If you wanted to change the color, for example, if you click on whatever that element is, you've got these up here. There will be more buttons depending on what it is. And you can click in here, and then you can kind of change the color. You can click on whichever one, or you can click in here, and then you can click and drag and choose whatever it is that you'd like. Let's see. The last thing I guess we'll go over is text really quick. I just did a simple, probably a body text, but you can choose any one of these, or there's a variety of ones that are built in. And you'll notice as I'm scrolling, there is some that have these little crowns. Some of them will have money signs. That just indicates what's available for free versus not free accounts. but again, totally customizable. So I'm clicking on this one. Here's where it shows up. You can see I have a lot of different options for this to choose from. I could change the font if I really wanted to over here, the size, the color, obviously if it's centered or not, things like that. I can even animate it. And then the last thing that's important, I'm going to delete this actually. Oops. Maybe. There it is. Okay. So the last thing, if you are complete and finished with your project, go ahead and go up here. And then there's a variety of things you could do. Copy, post it to social media, present it if necessary. You can even present record, which I've used for a project for school, or download, which is what I use mostly for my projects. And that's a really brief overview of Canva. If you like to make graphics or things of that nature, I would highly recommend it. And thank you for listening.